Welcome to Oracle SQL and PLSQL session. So what is functions? So this is also one of the named blocks. It is very similar to PLSQL procedures. And what is the function? What is this function? And what is this function? What is this function will do? See, all are functions, right? So what is these functions? These functions are Oracle predefined functions, right? These functions are Oracle predefined functions. See, it is like a globally, if I'm going to give, these are all the global requirement. Yes, for all of them, if you are going to give some string, I want to take this. Okay, it's a reusability. I want to take from the given string, I have to take the substring, or from the given all the values, I have to take maximum value, or rank I have to take. See, these are all the predefined function. Oracle already defined it. So if you open the function, yes, you can see the source code. So how they have written. So go for, okay, these many characters you have to pass and you have to take this value. So you can see these functions, how they have written. So if you're using substr, this is a string, right? It's a substring. Substring of given string, all this you are giving. That means it will take from the given string, it will take some string, right? So you want to go for some string, yes, you can take from here. I want to take, yes, I can go for substring. See how they have written this one. I have to pass some arguments here. Okay, this is the string. I have to pass. Okay, so this many character I have to 3 to 5 characters I have to take. So something like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3 you have to take. Yes, it will take 1, 2, 3. So from first character to 3 characters I have to get. These things they have already defined. If you open this function, Oracle, so they have defined. Okay, you have to, if they are giving from here start position, from here to here, these many characters I have to take. So those things they have already defined. Oracle itself. Whatever the functionality is common for all the users, they have already created. The Oracle has created. But if you go to a particular project, I'm going to a particular project. In the project, I will have my own transformation logic, right? For the reusability. So I want to find out tax calculation for all my employees. Okay, salary calculation for all my employees. Okay, something different. Okay, so you want to calculate bonus for all the employees, something like that you have to calculate. See, this is my customized one. For my employees, I'm going for the customized one, right? I cannot expect this one from my Oracle database. I cannot expect this one. So I can write my own functions for my project needs. This is also reusability purpose only, but I can write my own customized function or procedures for my project. See, one difference is if I want to execute function, you can execute like in the select statement, right? If I want to execute a function, how we are executing this function? Select statement, right? But I cannot execute the procedure on the select statement. So remember this. Function, you can execute on the select statement. Procedures, you cannot execute on the select statement. That is one difference. Okay. So if you see this function is a named PLSQL block, which is similar to procedure. Yes. The major difference between PLSQL function and procedure, function return always a value. Okay, it will return always a value, whereas procedure may or may not return a value. Okay, it may return or it may not return. You are using out parameter, yes, it may return value. But if you are not using, it may not return a value, right? But function, you have to always use the keyword called return. Okay, without that, the function will not be compiled. A function is a subprogram. Yes. that returns a value when it is called. It is stored in database or declared within a block. Functions can return more than one value via out parameters. Functions can accept default values. Yes. So any values. This is the same way we will define create or replace. The keyword will change here. Function. That's it. Function. Function name. You can same way you can open the bracket here. You can put parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3 in or out data type, and you can close it. You can use one extra keyword here, return. Whatever we are returning here value, so that return value data type you have to mention here. If you are returning a value here in the substring, what we are returning, we can return character, we can return anything, right? So that data type you have to define here. Okay, return value. So what is the return value? Yes, we have to use is begin. You can use the declaration statement, begin and end. You can write the executable statement here. Then you have to write return value, exceptions. Okay, so you can have the same way. What is this function will do? Okay, what is this function will do? It's very simple function. So it's our own function we are writing. F underscore count. Is there any function like F underscore count in Oracle? No, right? We are writing. That's our own function. So are we passing any value to this? No, we are not passing any value. Return values number data type. Yes, and begin. We are using the declaration part. So this one you can do after some time. Select count of star. Okay, we are selecting the count of star into some variable from employees. Return whatever we are using here, that will be returned. See, how can I execute this function? You can execute simply on the select statement. So function should always execute it on the select statement. So you have to use this f count this way. You can use, okay, it will give you how many number of records are there in the employees table. So always it will give you the same result. This one, our own function, right? Whether we are passing any input parameter, no, we are not passing any input parameter. So that is the way we can pass here. An example, if you want to pass, so count y selects count of star has taken. Yes, we are finding that how many number of records are there, right? See, this is a SQL statement. This SQL statement we are going to execute. This will be stored this value, right? So that's it. So within the begin and end, you can use any select statement. So that we can use it. Count of star, it will give you only one record. So that will be stored here. Anyhow, it will going to return only one value, right? Can I use group by here? Group by. If you use group by, can function return more than one value? Yes, we can return. Okay, so here I have mentioned, right? Function can return more than one value via out parameter. Yes, we can do. Okay, we will come to that. Can I use group by here? Group by department ID I'm using. Group by department ID. I'm passing like department ID here. So I'm going to execute. Runtime we are getting error, right? Exact fetch returns more than requested number of rows. Are you getting it now? I think your question is why we are using the aggregated function. Yes, even if you are using aggregated function in the select statement, anyhow it will return one value only, right? But if you are using group by, it will return more than one value. So that is why we are getting this error. Got it? So if you are getting this kind of error, okay, you can assume that, okay, we are returning more than one value. What you have to do to resolve this? What you have to do? Yes, you can use cursor here. Okay, I hope you are clear. Yes, this is what. See, now you are able to understand, right? If you are getting any error related to this in real-time project, so that time, okay, you have to understand why this error is happening and all this. That's why we are going with very slowly one by one. Okay. Even if you are going to have some complex procedure or function, that time you should be able to understand. So what is this function will do? Create or replace function name. This is the input parameter I'm passing. So return varchar2 as v result. So v result I'm storing here. It's nothing but hello, whatever I'm passing the person name, and return this one and end. So you can use simply end wherever you're starting begin and end, or you can put the function name or procedure name, whatever it may be. So then you can use select hello function, open bracket. You have to pass person name. So any person name you can pass here from dual. Dual is the dummy table. Don't use control enter. You have to select this one and then you have to do. See, I'm passing only NIC, but it is printing hello NIC. So from where it has taken the hello, it has taken from here. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, so can I use the same way? Something like salary hike. We'll go for employee ID I'm passing. Okay, so employee ID I'm passing as input parameter. So what is the function will do? Create or replace function, employee function. We are passing employee ID as the input. So employee ID as the input in number. And here I'm passing return as number, salary, new salary, begin select salary into v salary from employees where employee ID equal to this one. If v salary greater than or equals say 10,000, then incrementing by 10 percentage, else 20 percentage, end if return. So I'm going to execute this. Okay. So how can I compile it? Select, sorry, how can I execute it? Select employee function, bracket, I have to pass employee number, right? From dual. This is one employee ID I'm passing, 9,600. But how can I pass? Is it possible to use here on the employees table, employee ID, first name, salary, salary hike. So is it possible to use this way? Instead of 120, what I can use was the employee ID from employee, sorry, from employees. See, this is, what is this? Employee, some new salary. Okay. Incremented salary. You can use this way. It's a column name. See, you assume that we have already executed. You forget about this. I'm just executing this. Forget about the procedure, the function which I have already executed. So just simply I'm executing employee ID, first name, salary. And you may ask question, what is this EMP underscore function? Right? This is user defined function. So what is this? You have to check in the function here. It's a user defined function. Go here. You check what is this EMP underscore function and what it takes, what it will return. Just you can give here. Oh, sorry, salary here. And I'm going to pass. See, it is giving employee ID, first name, salary, and incremented salary. So where from this, where is taking the logic? You are able to understand now? See, this logic has been taken from the function. Whether this function is Oracle defined already? No. We have taken our own function. We have written our own function for our project, and we are passing as the input parameter from the table and it is calculating the salary for all the records. You can store this result into one table. If you are going for complex logic, now you are able to understand, right? How this function will be used in real-time project. If you are using some complex logic, you are executing insert into one table. Okay, some table you are writing, table one. You can use brackets, right? See, whatever the column in the table one contains these columns, it will get inserted over there, and the calculation we have done it. So from this, you can take the reports. Got it? So instead of every time to find the calculation here, we have written already calculation. We have already pre-compiled. So from the pre-compiled object, you can take it. So what is the advantage of functions? So we can write our own user defined functions. So what is the functionality of this one? Create or replace function salary hike same way. I'm passing as the employee ID as the input parameter. Return is number. Select job ID. I'm selecting the job ID salary into V job, V salary from employees where employee ID equal to this one. Case when V job equal to AD underscore VP. See, whatever you are providing the employee ID, that particular employee's job is AD underscore VP, then if their salary is less than 20,000, incrementing by 50%, else we are not doing any raise. End if coming out of the end if. When job equal to clerk, then see like this we are performing. See, based on the job, based on the salary, we are incrementing some values. See, these type of calculations is the business logic. So now you are able to understand. See, this job ID clerk is not available. You have to use job ID, the exact job ID here. Then it will be executed correctly. So I'm going to execute this. See, the same way you can use select employee ID, comma, first name. See, actually you have to use correct job ID here, but I haven't used correctly. I'm using only clerk. There is no job ID like clerk. Then it will go to else part, raise equal to 0, it will go. Then you can use salary here, comma, job ID, this function name. So within bracket, you have to pass employee ID, right? From employees. So it will be, this will be calculated for all the employees. This is one of the user defined function. If you run this, okay, case not found. See, some issues are there inside the case that we have to check it actually. Okay. This case statement, we are getting some issues, right? So in the case, something here, I think so. Some issues is happening. We have to find, but this is what you have to run this. And if you put one particular employee, it will find, but some other employees is not finding. See, so this employee it is giving you the result, but other employees it is not giving because of the job ID it is not available there. 103. Yes, 103. What is that? We have to check. Select star from employees. So what is that 103? So AD underscore VP it is working correctly. So some other job is coming, it is not working. So that means some case statement it is not performing. We have to go for else part. So this is the one we are going for the leap year, non-leap year. Create or replace function is leap year. We have to pass year as the number. Return data type is varchar2. It will return like whether it is a leap year, non-leap year. But the thing is we are passing here is the number only. Select whatever we are getting the year, just we are making here 1st February 2021. Okay, into this one DDMONYYY into this one, right? Variable day. If variable day equal to 29, then here we are taking DD only. Last day of the given one. Are you getting it? Last day of the 1st February 2021 or 2023. Last day it will give you 28. If it is 28, it will give you non-leap year. If it is 29, it will give you leap year. I have executed. I'll go for select this leap year of 2023. I'm passing from dual. Actually, instead of year, you can pass higher date as well. It is a non-leap year. You are passing 24. It will give you as a leap year. So you can rephrase this particular statement to get the higher date from our employees table. Get the higher date of employees table. Okay, so from the higher date, you can take the year part alone, then take this one. Same functionality. From where the date is calling. See how they are calculating 2023. Assume that I'm passing a value 2023. From the 2023, we are making 01 Feb. See, different logic you can follow. We are concatenating 01 Feb. Concatenation took care of whatever you are passing here. It will be concatenated like this, right? Yes. After that, we are converting this into two date. DDMON-YYI format. Yes, we have converted in this format. From this format, we are taking last day of the one. Last day. What is the last day of this one? For 20 February 2023. 28th Feb. Last day of the month, right? 2023. From this last day, we are making two care. We are taking only DD. DD part means date part alone we are taking. So from here, I'm taking 28. So if it is 28, I'm making that non-leap year. If this DD is giving you 29, then we are passing leap year. We are not passing any. See, this is one way. The other way is whatever the higher date you might be passing inside the higher date, you can get the date part. You can divide by 4. Modulus you can use, remainder you can use. See, different way of finding. That is your wish. See, this is what, if you are able to understand what is last day, what is two date it will do, what is two char it will do, what is dual, what is if function, return, else function, all these are we have seen already, right? One by one, we have seen already. Create or replace function name. What is the return? Return is data type. Okay, varchar 2, it is returning. Why? Because it is returning. Varchar 2 only it is returning, right? It's a leap year, yes. Return varchar 2 is within the day we are passing a variable, then we are getting it. Say for an example, substr, substring of given string, comma, I'm passing only 5 here. Or I'm passing 1,3. Okay, 1,3. What is this functionality called? So there is a difference. So here, how many argument you are passing? 2 argument. Here, how many argument you are passing? 3 argument, right? But function name is single function. Single function name, right? In this function, you are passing 2 argument. In this function, you are passing 3 argument. How it will work? So if you are giving like this, already you should have created a function like this, right? Should have given 1 argument or 2 argument or 3 argument. But here I'm passing in 2 way. This will also work, right? This will also works. How? What is the functionalities mean? We should have learned this concept in data structure. It's called function overloading, correct? Function overloading. That means you are giving same function name with a different number of argument, right? Same function with a different argument. See, if you are giving 2 argument, one function will be called. If you are giving 3 arguments, another function will be called. Whichever the function you have already executed with 2 argument, so that will be called here. Whichever the function you have executed compiled with the 3 arguments, that will be called from here. So this is called function overloading. This concept you'll see tomorrow session. Okay, but I'm giving you the heads up. What is the meaning of at symbol before variables? Yeah, those are parameters. At employee ID means you are passing the value. So those are parameters. See, this employee ID, you are passing from outside. The package, say for an example, function or procedures or whatever it may be. If you want to call this EXEC, some procedure name, okay, employee hike, salary hike, something like that. And I'm passing employee ID here, right? This 102 is the hard coded value I'm providing. Now I know the value. But in real time, how it will be passed? This value will be passed like this at employee ID. What is at employee ID? That will be given the runtime through some scheduler or parameter files. You should have some parameter files and all this. So these denotes dynamic value at the runtime. Okay. So we do have concept of dynamic SQL, all this. So that time I will tell you all this. Okay.